Baruch atah Asherah anat melacha ha'olam asher kiddushanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hitativ l'tzitzit. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Jess. You're the first one here. How are you doing today? So we'll start with a little bit of a vocal warm-up, making some tones. Take a deep breath in. As people join, we'll move a little bit higher. Good morning, all. It's harder to maintain that note for me. That's why I practice it. And now we can go even higher into falsetto range. Good morning. Welcome. How are you all doing today? Where in the world are you located? So we will start, as we start every morning, with some words from the book of Deuteronomy. So, the setting for our story is that Moses is speaking to his people. Or are they his people? Unclear. He owns them. Moses is speaking to the Israelites wandering in the desert, and they are all homeless, lacking culture, lacking an identity. And this book is written, the 5 books of Moses are written to give them that identity. Good morning, Ishtaras. How are you doing this morning? So nice to see you again. So Moses is speaking to the people, and he conveys to them the word of God as he perceives it to be. And this is what he says to them. Shema Yisrael Asher Eloheinu Yahweh Echad. Shalom, Jocelyn. How are you doing this morning? Moses says to the people, listen, Israel, people of Israel, sons of Jacob. Yahweh, Eloheinu, Asherah, Echad is one. All of these gods, these Canaanitic deities, Yahweh, El, Asherah, Anat, Baal, they are all one. And this is rather paradoxical. One, because these are characters, these divinities were, the superheroes of the day, you might say. That's not exactly accurate, but it's accurate enough for right now. They were characters in a soap opera. How could they all be the same? What does that mean? Right, and then there's a deeper meaning. It's not just that these characters are all one, it's that all is one. Am I Jewish? Am I Buddhist? I'm Jewish. I know a decent amount about Buddhism. Right now we're thoroughly in Judaism, Ellie. All is one. The universe contains itself. You contain yourself. The body contains the mind. The mind contains the body in an endless loop. It's the central paradox of basically all religious thought, whatever tradition you might happen to find yourself in. So Moses says all is one, and then he provides instructions on what to do with that. And the instructions sound like this. ואהבת את ענת אלוהיך ובכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודייך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם ושבתך בביתך ולכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך What does it mean? What does it mean, that ancient Hebrew language? Well, we can translate it as, you shall love Yahweh Eloheinu with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words that I am instructing you today, that I am reciting to you through the ether, through this cell phone medium, these very words, teach them to your children. It's the most important part. Teach these words to your children. Recite them when you stay at home. I am home today. And when you are away, I recite them then too. And recite them when you lie down, and when you get up. And you shall bind them as a symbol on your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. So what I have right here, this is a mezuzah, and it contains in it this prayer that I just recited to you on my doorposts. Shabbat Shalom, sorry. So the prayer basically says, copy me. The prayer says, repeat me. And so I repeat it. Words from 3,000 years ago, still echoing on my lips and through this internet medium. And it connects me to a tradition which is older than me, and which will be around long after I am gone. And I find that comforting. There is no God, and there never was. It's true. It's certainly true. And these are just characters, they're just stories to try to remind us what it is to be human. What magical formula do I understand to be woven in this prayer? It's a kind of immortality. We were talking yesterday about what happens when you die, and I said, well, you disappear, and it's true. But the patterns that you participate in do not. And by participating in this pattern, I can weave myself into a fabric which is larger than me, which I am. I am Jewish, Ellie. I am Jewish. So this pattern has a little bit more to it. So after Moses says, copy me, after Moses creates this prayer and says, hey, repeat this. I can drink some water, Lewis. After that, he gives a warning from Yahweh. The warning sounds like this. V'chaya, ki v'chaya Yahweh Elohecha el ha'aretz asher nisbai levatecha le'avram le'Yitzchak u'Yaakov לתת לך עברים גדולות וטובות אשר לא בנית, ובתים מלאים כל טובה אשר לא מילאת, ובורות עצובים אשר לא עשת, כהרים וזיתים אשר לא נטעת, והלכת ושבת. הישמר לך פן תשכח את יהוה אשר הוציאך מארץ מצרים מבית עבדים. And these words, they always give me chills, just because they are so prescient, and they acknowledge the colonial roots of my tradition very explicitly. And they say, when Yahweh Eloheinu brings you into the land that he swore to your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to assign to you, great and flourishing cities that you did not build, houses full of all good things that you did not fill, hewn cisterns that you did not hew, vineyards and olive groves that you did not plant, and you eat your fill. Take heed that you do not forget Yahweh, who freed you from the land of Egypt, the house of bondage, Eretz Mitzrayim, Mibet Avadim. So what does this mean? Well, this is a reminder that we all live on stolen land. Thank you, Falling Apart. Thank you so much. That's really, really lovely to hear. I did say there is no God. There is no God. And yet Yahweh is real, right? Yahweh is a character that we invented, and we invented him for a very specific purpose, right? Yahweh gave us this land. It's stolen. Yahweh knows that it's stolen. Yahweh stole it for us, right? In the land of Israel, in the land of Palestine, there are cisterns drunk out of by people who did not hew them. There are olive groves that are harvested by people who did not plant them. I've eaten from those olive groves. I've drunk from those cisterns, and I drink from a cistern now, today, in my home in New York that I also did not hew. This land has all been stolen. Every last piece of it was stolen once by someone, from someone, and here we are. Can we say that we deserve it? Can we say that we do not deserve it? What does our history mean for us today? Well, it means that Yahweh, whoever he is a thief. And that's part of his character. In order to stake your claim, we take what we need. But my lord, I wasn't the one that stole it. No, Josh, you were not the one that stole it. You were not the one that stole it, and nonetheless, it is stolen land. And that's something that we need to grapple with. If it contains the poison of colonialism, is there a medicine close? I don't think that there is a medicine close. I think the land is simply stolen, and we need to accept that fact, right? Both the thieves and the victims ought to recognize the reality of the situation. The land is stolen, and everything that entails. So there are a few more prayers that I say to Yahweh to acknowledge his sort of fractured existence, problematic existence that is nonetheless here. He does not exist, and yet he's a character that influences my life quite deeply. And Orthodox Haredi Jewish men, say the following words every morning. Baruch atah Yahweh, Eloheinu melech haolam, shelo ashani isha. I repeat the name of Yahweh Eloheinu, who did not make me a woman. Because he didn't. I did. And then I can also say, Baruch atah Asher, Anat Malecha ha'olam, Asher yitzar et ha'adam, B'chachama uvara. Oh, so this is Asherah. One version of her. Statues like this were found all over the Eastern Mediterranean, representing the goddess before they stopped being made about 2,500 years ago. The land is in this speck of dust in this infinite universe. Yes, that land was stolen. Am I saying there is no God? is just as equal as me saying there is a God, their beliefs. Indeed, what does the word God mean? It means not a thing. It means all things. It means paradox. Ashra, who made me with many openings and cavities. What does her name mean? Hard to say. I came upon a wedding that old families had contrived, with Bethlehem the bridegroom and Babylon the bride. Oh, great Babylon was trembling, and she stood there naked with me. And Bethlehem inflamed us both like the shy one at some orgy. And when we fell together, all our flesh was like a veil that we had to draw aside to see the serpent eat its tail. Oh, some women wait for Jesus, and some we wait for Cain. And I'll hang upon my altar, and I'll hoist my axe again. And I'll take the one who finds me back to where it all began, back when Jesus was the honeymoon and Cain was just a man. And we'll read from pleasant Bibles that are bound in blood and skin, that Asherah is gathering all her children back again. Was I raised religious? I suppose so. I grew up Jewish, San. My rice is ready, so I'm going to put some kale in. It's a little early today. I'm going to put some kale in the rice. But I will still be here, and I will be right back. And we will do some Sanskrit mantras next. Alright, let's see. Well, maybe I can rotate this so you can see what I am doing. Flip camera. Yeah, da-da-da-da. Yeah, something like that. Alright, let's get some rice. Alright, kale. Here's the kale. Here's the cooked rice. We're gonna steam the kale. Let's give it some rice. Alright. Very good. Now we can return. So, where were we? We're gonna do Sanskrit. So the next mantras we're going to do come from the Shivananda yoga tradition. Here we have a little book with Lakshmi on it. And this is a prayer that is traditionally recited before pranayama meditation. For those of you who were here yesterday, we did some pranayama. It was nice. I enjoyed that. I'm glad, Talon. I'm glad to hear that. That's what I'm aiming for. That's what I hope to provide here. Okay. So. Kajananam Buddhaganati Sevitam Kapita Jambubala Sarabhakshetam Umasitam Sakavina Sakaranam Mahamatin Divya Mayuravahanam Ridasyasinam Sarasainanatam Guham Sadanam Saranam Prapadye Yaku Endutu Sarahadavallaha Yasu Prabhasvarita Yavina Varandam Madidakara Yasvita Padmasana Ya Brahmachuta Sankara Pratrapi Devasata Pujita Samampatu Saraswati Bhagavati Nihe Sajadyapa Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidananda Mrutaye Nisparanchaya Santaya Shri Shivanandaya Te Namaha Shri Vishnudeva Te Namaha Om Sarva Mangla Manglaye Shive Savarta Sadike Saranye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Om I salute the three-eyed Divine Mother Narayani, who brings auspiciousness, And now we can shift to the Maharimjaya mantra. It sounds like this. Om Jayambakam Yajamaye Sugandim Pushche Vardhanam Varva Rukami Bhavandanan Mityar Mukshiyamamritatom Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushche Vardhanam Varva Rukami Bhavandanan Mityar Mukshiyamamritatom Sarvesham Svastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Nimramaya Sarve Padrani Pashantu Makashi Dukabhagbhave Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Mrityur Mamritam Gamaya Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishate Om Shanti 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 Om Peace Peace Peace. But here's the thing. I don't want to pray to my maker, no. I just want to be feeling free. Not like in a book or the leaves of trees that shook from a word that means only not a thing. No, no. Pardon, God and Mom, what I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer. And I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray. We don't want to pray. Pray. And it's not much good to talk, better to walk it. Ooh, not much good to take, better to give. We are done, forgiven, and forgotten of our sins. And I promise you, my friends, all that dies will live again. So, pardon, God and Mom, what I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer. And I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray. We don't want to pray. Pray. I love Allah, Allah made love. And Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, Asher made good. And Anat, Anat made bad. Eloheinu made love. And Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. I love Allah. God made, God made, God made. But I don't want to pray to my maker. I just want to be what I see. Not just who I am, but the pink in golden land, and that wide, wild sky over me. Help me to the sun, hey, I'm looking everywhere. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer. And I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray. We don't want to pray. Pray. I love Allah, Allah made love. And Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, Asher made good. And Anat, Anat made bad. Eloheinu made love. And Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. I love Allah. God made, God made, God made me. Good morning, Kate. How are you doing today? It's so nice to see you again. Hey, Wilbur. It's a blue romper. No, it's not a romper. It's a dress. A dress like this. It comes from India. My mother-in-law got it for me. Yeah, and I guess we're firmly in the India part of this mantra. Now we're going to do Arati. So I've just put Ganesha here. Ganesha is the first god that we will chant to. Good morning, Kieran. How are you? Thank you, Winnie Boo. Thank you so much. So the refrain for this next mantra that we're going to do, Jaya Jaya Arati. We wave the light of victory. Arati is light. Here we have a little candle flame with lamp oil. I like to keep this here as I'm doing morning rituals. Are we doing the breathing exercise today? If you like, nice try, we can. I always wonder, like, what you all want, why you all are here. I love doing pranayama. I would be happy to do pranayama with you all, if you wish. Just let me know. Let me know that's a thing you want to do. But first we need to finish the mantras, so we're going to say Arati. And, the Arati is a repetition of all these names of Hindu gods. And my personal experience of repeating these names is that as you say them, they sort of jumble together and remind us that all the names, they actually refer to the same thing, despite the differences in their narratives. They're all referring to that same nameless quality. Throw 10,000 names at it so that maybe you can name the nameless thing, but you can't. The word that means only not a thing. No. So the Arati sounds like this. Jaya Jaya Arati Vina Vinayaka Vina Vinayaka Shri Ganesha Jaya Jaya Arati Subramanya Subramanya Kartikeya Jaya Jaya Arati Venugopala Venugopala Venuola Papa Vidura Navanita Chora Jaya Jaya Arati Venkanta Ramana Venkanta Ramana Bhavani Sankara Sita Rama Radhe Shama Jaya Jaya Arati Gauri Manohara Gauri Manohara Bhavani Sankara Sambasada Shiva Uma Maheshwara Jaya Jaya Arati Raja Rajeshwari Raja Rajeshwari Tripura Sundari Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Mahashakti Jaya Jaya Arati Anjaneya Anjaneya Hanumanta Jaya Jaya Arati Dattatreya Dattatreya Trimutri Jaya Jaya Arati Adityaya Adityaya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jaya Arati Sanistaraya Sanistaraya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jaya Arati Sankarachaya Sankarachaya Advaita Guravi Jaya Jaya Arati Sadgurunata Sadgurunata Shivananda Jaya Jaya Arati Vishnudevananda 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 Jaya Jaya Arati Agastya Munaye Agastya Munaye Shriyama Priyaye Jaya Jaya Arati Ayappa Samine Ayappa Samine Dharma Shastave Jaya Jaya Arati Jesus Grave Moses Grave Buddha Grave Jaya Jaya Arati Muhammad Grave Guru Nanak Grave Samastya Guru Namah Jaya Jaya Arati Venugopala. Natatra Suyobati Natandra Karatam Nema Vidyobati Kutoya Magni Tameva Bantaminabanti Sarvam Tasya Basya Samidam Vivanti Om Yange Kayamone Kaiva Govari Saraswati Narmade Siddhikaveri Hiya Namastitam Namo Namaha Twameva Mata Jabita Twameva Twameva Bandusha Saka Twameva Twameva Vidya Travinam Twameva Twameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Kayena Vacha Manasindriyarva Budyat Manava Prakrite Sabhavad Karomi Adyad Mangalam Parasmahi Narayana iti sarmar payami Sarva Dharmam Pravichaya, Mamekam Savranam Vraja, Aham Sva Sarva Papayo, Mokshayami Masucha. Whatever actions I perform with my body, speech, mind, senses, my nature, my intellect, or my emotions, all these, I dedicate to you, to all of you, even the trolls. Thank you all so much for being here today and sharing these moments with me. Good morning, little Trashy. Good morning, so nice to see you again. And Phoebe, yes, they do just worship everything, because isn't everything worth worshipping? Don't you think? Like, why am I here worshipping? Like, what does it mean to be saying the same words every morning? Why am I doing it? Like, I do it because it feels good, because I like the sound of the words coming out of my mouth. I find them calming, and I like to share some attention and space with you all. We worship everything, all the names of God, all their many forms. So, now we will, amazingly felt more level-headed yesterday after the breathing therapies. Can I do this more? Sure. Dev Kluver, my pronouns. Very briefly, these are my pronouns, according to TikTok, because I've got people like Grandma here who insist that I'm a boy, even though clearly I'm not. But nonetheless, these are my pronouns, according to the outside world, so that is my gender. I don't get to choose it, I just get to choose how I act and how I look. Breathing meditation was great. Well, if y'all are asking to do pranayama, then let's do some pranayama. Let's do it. Love to do that. I like getting asked. Alright. But first, we need to conclude this mantra portion of our ritual stream with a Kaddish. So the word Kaddish means holy in Hebrew. And we will say these words for all of those people who died yesterday of coronavirus, and for all those others who have suffered from the forces of death and injustice since our lineage began 3.8 billion years ago, and who will continue to suffer until our lineage is done, whenever that may be. And for the last 2,500 years, probably since the destruction of Jerusalem by the Babylonian Empire, when Isaiah said those words, Kadosh, 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 my ancestors have been saying the following words. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, b'yama divrach yote v'yamlich ma'alchote, b'chayachon v'yamechon v'chayed kol beit Yisrael, b'galau b'zman kari v'yimru, amen. Yehi shemei Rabbah mevarach le'olam omei omaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yirmam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'rechu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata, d'yamiran b'yama v'imru, amen. Yehi shlamai Rabbah min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'yachol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mamav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'yachol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oh, say shalom b'mamav, oh, say shalom aleinu, v'alechol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Thank you all so much for joining me this morning. Do you want to do some pranayama? That sounds nice. I'd like to do some pranayama. How many of you would breathe with me if we did pranayama exercises? Let me know in the comments. What is my ethnicity? I am Jewish. I'm Jewish. That's why we do all these Jewish prayers here. Alright, so